And with the 27th pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, your Baltimore Ravens select Malaki Starks, safety out of the University of Georgia. You are a Baltimore Raven. Very excited about the selection. Welcome to the show, everybody. Also, so happy that you are joining me on this fine draft night. I know it's late, but I got to break this down. I also got to give you my reaction to the pick, talk a little bit more about Malaki Starks, and then, of course, I'm going to grade it as well. Hopefully you do it as well in the comments section down below. While you're already down there and while you're hanging out with me, thanks so much again. Do not miss out, okay? Because we will have you covered every pick, every round for the Baltimore Ravens right here over the next couple of days, alrighty? So for the best coverage of the 2025 NFL Draft, all you got to do is one big favor, and that is hit that big sub button. Subscribe today. Join the Ravens Rundown. Already over 30,000 people are. You could be the next one, so hit that sub button. Alrighty, let's talk about Starks. 6 foot, we'll round up to 6'1". 197 pounds, we'll round up to 200 pounds. 77 tackles in 2024, interception, 4 pass breakups. None of those stats necessarily jump off the page to you, but what does, in my opinion, is just the traits that he has. The things that he possesses. His speed, his athleticism. He's also a willing tackler. He just checks off so many boxes for you when it comes to the defensive player that he is. He holds up better as a range-free safety than a pure man coverage player. He did suffer a little bit of an uptick in tackles, missed tackles in 2024, but I like the player enough to look past that. He's number 1 in our draft expert Tom Downey's safety rankings, number 17 overall, and you got him at pick number 27. And although I'm excited about it, I got to be honest, I'm not necessarily surprised one bit about this selection. I actually put him down for my final mock draft. Put it on the channel yesterday. You could go look at it right now. Malaki Starks is a selection. This was known to be the dream target, like I talked about this morning, for the Baltimore Ravens. Mel Kiper went on the flock earlier this week and said, forget edge rusher. If Malaki Starks is there at 27, the Ravens are going with Malaki Starks. Okay, so we should have seen this coming. I did see this coming, not to toot my own horn, but I did. And I think it's the right selection. And I know a lot of you guys are saying, you're sitting there and you're saying, maybe you didn't tune into the whole draft. You're saying, Joey, Mike Green was there. Will Johnson was there. We need corner. We need edge more. I get what you're saying. I hear you. But there's a reason that both of those guys who were expected to be top 15 picks not only fell past 27, they fell all the way out of that first round. Will Johnson's knee issues seem to be a lot more serious than people probably thought. And also, Mike Green's character issues probably seem to be a little more serious than people thought, alrighty? So that's why they didn't go those two ways. They decided to get a guy that they've been hoping they could land through the entirety of this draft process in Malaki Starks. And now, just like the normal Ravens do, they let the board come to them and they get a great high-value pick for a guy who's going to be awesome in Baltimore. Grade the pick for me in the comment section down below. A, B, C, D, or F. Get those red pins out. Play teacher for just a second. And let me know what you think about the pick. Be totally honest whether you agree with me or not, because I'll have my grade coming up right now. I am giving this an A. I'm giving it an A. This is the guy that they wanted. This is the guy that will be a starter day one in this league. And this is a guy that they dreamed of pairing up with Kyle Hamilton through the entirety of this pre-draft process. Having Malaki Starks in this roster, in my opinion, allows Kyle Hamilton to play more of that jack-of-all-trades role. Where he's up at the line of scrimmage, he's in the slot, he's deep, he's shallow, anywhere you could want him to be because he's that great of a player. Malaki Starks gives Kyle Hamilton the ability to do that. Darius Washington, as much as I love him, didn't necessarily have the talent and the wherewithal and the skill to be able to have let Kyle Hamilton do that. Now, Darius Washington is a phenomenal player. I love Darius Washington. I don't want anything I say over the next 10 minutes, 8 minutes, to seem like I'm disparaging and discouraging Darius, because I'm not. So thankful for everything he did to save the season last year when he came in and things started getting into shape, but still, you got to think of the fact that even with Darius Washington, even with AW, his team gave up far too many chunk plays. And Malaki Starks helps defeat that problem. This is what Dane Brugler had to say about the selection, about the prospect. Starks doesn't have Teflon tape, especially man coverage, but his athletic profile, diagnosed skills, and intangibles will make him an immediate starter and special teamer in the NFL. His versatile skill set can give a defensive coordinator options, although he is best suited for a free safety role. You look back at 2024, 77 tackles, 4 of those for loss, 4 pass breakups, and 1 interception. Again, nothing that's going to just absolutely blow you off your rocker, but at the end of the day, you just got to be solid and happy with the good football player that you're getting. Okay, and for the value that you got him at. This is the best safety in the class. This is going to be one of those guys, I guarantee it, that in a couple of years, they're going to be saying, A, how did we let him fall that far to the end of the draft? And B, how did we let it be Baltimore was the one that scooped him up? I think he's going to be incredibly special, and I think he's going to fit perfectly right here in the Charm City. What could fit perfectly in your bathroom right now is House of Atlas. And today's show is sponsored by House of Atlas. After years of rocking facial hair, I've switched to the clean-shaven look, and I wanted to find a razor that matched my lifestyle. The existing brands out there really haven't innovated in years, and I was excited to see the new brand Atlas on the market. The razor comes from the creators of the brand Athena Club, a leading women's razor brand, which my wife loves, and they really know what they're doing. The blade has 5 U.S.-made stainless steel blades that glide right through my facial hair. It has a high-performance serum strip that's infused with ingredients like aloe, vitamin E, and shea butter, which reduces irritation and helps prevent ingrowns. I got married about a year ago, and after a couple weeks of being married, my wife looked at me and she said, "Dear," and I said, "Yes, dear," because that's all good husbands should do that. She said, "I don't like the beard. I want you to be clean-shaven." And I said, "Okay." And I tried so many different razor brands until I found our great friends right here at House of Atlas. They got everything I could need, right? Everything I could want, they've got right here. This is the essential razor kit. It comes with 1 razor handle and 2 of those 5-blade refills. And no nicks, no bumps, no ingrowns. Everything is 100% perfectly smooth, and it's all thanks to everything they've got going right there at House of Atlas. So for now, for a limited time, they're offering 15% off your first order when you purchase any razor kit. The before and after set, which includes the precision shave cream and calming aftershave, use code chat at houseofatlas.com. That's HOUSEOFATLAS.com. With promo code chat for 15% off your new razor kit and before and after set. Stop wasting money and time on shaving products that don't look good, aren't effective, and cost way too much. Visit houseofatlas.com today. Trust me, you'll love it as much as I did. Starks was the selection. I think this team is going to be better because of it. Okay? Now, they do still have some needs to address in the cornerback spot and in the edge rusher department as well. And I think they'll address those tomorrow. I think that's going to be a day 2 draft need that's filled. I think they'll corner in round 2. I think they go edge rush in round 3. I'll have a video talking about it a little bit more tomorrow, but I think that's what they're going to do tomorrow, okay? And speaking of what they're going to do tomorrow, you guys make sure to let me know in the comment section down below, who do you think the Ravens should draft next? Do you think it should be, I don't know, there's still some good safety or cornerbacks left. Benjamin Morrison, Savon Revel Jr., Trey Amos. Could be any of those guys. Maybe an edge rusher, JT Tuimoloau. Maybe you're not that worried about Mike Green and his conduct issues. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comment section down below. Drop a name and give me someone you want the Ravens to draft next. I'll be right here for the entirety of these next few days, right here on the Ravens Rundown. We'll get you every single pick as quickly as we can. We got a lot of stuff going on, and I'm still giving you guys every single ounce of effort to get you guys abs covered on the Baltimore Ravens. So for never stopping coverage, every single day, every pick, every round, you got it right here. All you got to do one thing for me, and that's hit that sub button.